What's up, guys? I'm espben360 calling my Week 10 predictions for this year. Yes, it's already halfway through the season. We're already halfway through the season. So let's get it started. The first game, we have the Dallas Cowboys against the Buffalo Bills. I'm taking the Dallas Cowboys. I think coming off a win, they're gonna get that running game going again. They're gonna get the crowd into it, so they're gonna get that running game again. It's been success for them with DeMarco Murray the last 3 weeks, so they're gonna get it with him again. And this should set them up. That defense been red hot, and that running game, they can make any big plays they want. Still that red zone, but I think they'll be able to score points, and that defense will be able to hold on to the Buffalo Bills offense enough so they could Dallas Cowboys win a close one, but taking the Cowboys at home. Next one, we have the Carolina Panthers against the Tennessee Titans. Taking the Carolina Panthers here. That 1-2 punch is going to get them set up. They're playing at home. Cam Newton, without a doubt, as of right now, a rookie of the year. Been having a big season. He's gonna have another solid day and getting those big plays to his receivers in this game. And the Carolina Panthers take this game against the Tennessee Titans at home. Next game, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers against the Houston Texans. I'm taking the Texans here. I like what they're doing with that defense, that 3-4 defense. I don't know what Wade Phillips done with that, with the philosophy or the technique, but he's been doing a pretty good job of changing them, and they've been doing a great job even without Mario Williams. That defense has been hot. That 1-2 punch with Ben Tate and Aaron Foster, that been big for the offense. Last week they went 100-100. This week I think both of them are gonna go another 100-100 game against the Tampa Buccaneers, and the Houston Texans take this game on the road. Next game we have the Cincinnati Bengals against the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm taking the Cincinnati Bengals here. A big time matchup between Ike Taylor and AJ Green, but I'm still trusting AJ Green to make some big plays happen against the Pittsburgh Steelers secondary. Benson gonna get him set up. They're playing at home. AJ Green, he's playing against a tough defense against the Pittsburgh Steelers. They're coming off a loss, and their offense, they've been big. It's gonna be close, but I'm still taking the Bengals at home. Next game, we have the Indianapolis Colts against the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jacksonville Jaguars obviously not having a great year. They released David Garrard, and I think that was a dumb move on their part. Blaine Gabbert has done nothing, and but their most offense has been coming from Murray Jones-Drew. So expect him to have another big game against the Indianapolis Colts defense, and the Jacksonville Jaguars take this game against the Indianapolis Colts, and Indianapolis Colts stay winless for that chase for the Andrew Luck sweepstakes. Next game we have the Kansas City Chiefs against the Denver Broncos. The Chiefs coming off a loss. The Denver Broncos coming off a win. I'm taking the Denver Broncos here. I think Willis McGahee, he had a big game. This week he's gonna have another big game. Tim Tebow's gonna have a solid day, and they're gonna take this game against the Kansas City Chiefs. They're gonna score enough, and that defense will do enough against the Kansas City Chiefs to hold them. And the Broncos take this game and make this AFC West a wild division. Next, that Chargers, they just scored a touchdown, so now it's 17-10. Raiders on top against the Chargers in San Diego. Next game, we have the New Orleans Saints against the Atlanta Falcons. I'm taking the Falcons here. I've been playing in a dome, and playing in a dome, they're gonna be hard to beat. Michael Turner gonna get them off to a fast start, maybe even a goal line touchdown, get them off to a fast start. And Julio Jones, last week he showed a lot of big play ability, catching a 50 and an 80-yard touchdown and making most of his catches. So I expect him to have another big, and showing them why the Atlanta Falcons went and gave 5 picks to get him. So I expect him to have another big day. And this gonna be a close one, but I'm taking the Falcons because they're playing at home. That running game gonna get them set up, and they're gonna have more big plays than the Saints in this one. Next game we have the Philadelphia Eagles against the Arizona Cardinals. I'm taking the Eagles in this one. I think coming off a loss, they're gonna be furious. That running game gonna get it going. LaShawn McCoy, he's gonna have a big day against the Arizona Cardinals. Michael Vick, he's gonna be throwing it around to his big play receivers. Deshaun Jackson, everybody, they're gonna have a solid day. And the Philadelphia Eagles take this game against the Arizona Cardinals Next game we have the Miami Dolphins against the Washington Redskins. I'm taking the Miami Dolphins here. I think coming off a shocking win against Kansas City, and they've been working hard lately as a unit. I'm taking the Dolphins here. They're gonna have a big day against the Washington Redskins. He showed a lot of poise last week. Been thrown the fire, couple of games, but he's responded, getting a lot of solid games. And last week, a solid win against the Kansas City Chiefs on the road in Arrowhead Stadium. So I'm taking the Kansas City Chiefs against the ice cold Redskins offense and that team. Next game we have the St. Louis Rams against the Cleveland Browns. Talking about a team who's furious coming off a loss are the St. Louis Rams, and nail biter against the Arizona Cardinals in overtime, losing 19-13 off a Patrick Peterson return. Taking the Rams here. That running game, Steven Jackson, ever since he came from back from that injury, he's been wild. He's been running it everywhere. So expect him to have another big day. And that'll set up that offense for a big day. Sam Bradford, Brandon Lloyd coming to the Rams. He's been a big steal for the Rams. He's gonna have another big day against the Cleveland Browns, and the Dolphins will take this game, or excuse me, or the St. Louis Rams will take this game against the Cleveland Browns. Next game we have the Baltimore Ravens against the Seattle Seahawks. I'm taking the Baltimore Ravens here. I think coming off a tight win against the Pittsburgh Steelers, they're gonna have a big time momentum. And congratulations for Baltimore Ravens for finally sweeping the Pittsburgh Steelers. Baltimore Ravens are gonna let's get to this game. Baltimore Ravens stepping into 12-man zone. I'm taking the Baltimore Ravens here. I think with that out, I think they're gonna overmatch the Seattle Seahawks. That running game gonna get them started. Ray Rice, that's gonna get them started. That passing game, they should be big time. They should be big again against the Seattle Seahawks. It's gonna be hard to beat Seattle on the road, but I'm taking the Baltimore Ravens because of their talent and their big play ability. Next game we have the Chicago, and that defense, they're gonna be tough too. Next game we have the Chicago Bears against the Detroit Lions. I'm taking the Chicago Bears in an upset. I think the Chicago Bears will take this game because that running game, Forte, he's gonna be big. Last week they showed a segment on Monday night showing which player had more productivity on a team, and Matt Forte came out 46%. He's almost a half of their offense. Expect him to have another solid day against the Detroit Lions. Last week, a sight that we have never seen. Jay Cutler never getting pressure or sacked, and that offensive line, they showed that what they can do after working hard, what they can accomplish by working hard. I'm not saying he's not gonna get sacked, but I think they're gonna work hard against the Detroit Lions. But expect Matt Forte to have a big game. That defense gonna take over. They're gonna take over the business. They're gonna take care of the business, and the Chicago Bears take this game against the Detroit Lions. It's gonna be a tight one. I'm still taking the Chicago Bears. Next game, we have the New York Giants, and they're gonna show that they're gonna be a tough contender in that NFC North division, and to make the playoffs. Next game, we have the New York Giants against the San Francisco 49ers. San Francisco 49ers only a couple more wins away from clinching division and securing themselves a place in the playoffs. I'm taking the 49ers. They're playing at home. They're going to get that running game going, Frank Gore, and that's going to set up the passing game against the New York Giants. The Giants have been hot. That defense going to be coming along. That offense, Eli Manning, expect him to have another solid day. But I'm still taking the 49ers here. I think they're going to be too much at home, and then with that running game and passing game, they're going to be good. And Jim Harbaugh, he's been a candidate for a coach of the year, so I expect him to keep that up and coach the 49ers to another win. Next game, we have the Jets against the New England Patriots on a Sunday night football on NBC. Taking the Jets here. Simple because I think they're going to be facing a struggling team at home, a struggling secondary at home. I'm taking they're gonna win. They're gonna get them. They're gonna get them set up that offense with that 1-2 punch with LT and Sean Green. That's gonna get them set up. And then offensively, they need to get those vertical off. They didn't after running the ball. Mark Sanchez and their offense and Mike Schaumheier, their offensive coordinator, they gotta open up that playbook a little bit. They gotta open up that playbook, throw it deep, and take chances against the struggling secondary of the Patriots. They got those tall receivers, Plexico Burst and Santonio Holmes, so expect them to have a lot of targets, and the Jets to take this game. That defense, don't expect them to get a little bit fancy and use maybe the Steelers' defense to slow down Wes Welker and Tom Brady's playmakers. So that's why I'm taking the Jets. Next game, we have the Green Bay Packers against the Minnesota Vikings on Monday night, the final game of the week. I'm taking the Packers here. I think their offense, they're going to be hot. That defense, that secondary has been shredded. But when it counts most, they come up with big plays. Excuse me, they come up with big plays. So that's why I'm taking the Packers in this one. And their offense, they're going to be scoring a lot of points against the Patriots. I expect this to be a good game, close one, but I'm taking the Green Bay Packers at home on Monday night. Watch for my other videos. I'm going to be making another video soon. Probably next week about Chris Johnson, and probably another video about Tim Tebow and the Andrew Luck hype, and also so check out for my upcoming videos for the upcoming week. And thanks for watching. Also check out my Facebook at www.facebook.com/espben360. Thank you for watching and have a great night.